Taylor Swift isn't just a pop star, she's an economic stimulus package with a microphone. She controls the weather, the NFL, and probably the price of jet fuel. With that level of global celebrity, the fame, the influence, the power to make an entire streaming platform crash, you'd think she'd be living in some magical, legally sequestered castle in the sky. But alas, no matter how many stadiums she fills or how many versions of an album she releases, the biggest celebrity on the planet is still required to interact with the most chaotic, messy force in modern life: the American legal system. It turns out, when you're that rich and famous, the courtroom is just another stage. This is why Taylor Swift can't stay out of the courtroom. And we have to start with the most important lawsuit, a case where Taylor wasn't defending her brand or her music, but her integrity. Back in 2013, a Denver DJ named David Mueller decided to allegedly grope Taylor during a meet-and-greet photo op. After he was fired, Mueller was the one who decided to sue Taylor for defamation, claiming she ruined his career. Now, most people would settle or ignore it. Not Taylor. She immediately countersued Mueller for sexual assault and battery. And here's the key part: she wasn't seeking millions in damages. She asked for a symbolic $1. Her legal team made it clear this wasn't about money. It was about proving a point for every survivor who feels silenced. She took the stand, she testified with unshakable clarity, and in 2017, the jury sided with her, awarding her the single dollar she requested. The message was loud and clear. You don't get to harass women and then sue her when she tells the truth. It was a mic drop victory that went far beyond the courthouse steps, proving that even a global icon has to fight the tedious, messy fight to stand up for what's right. From a symbolic dollar to a $300 million drama bomb, next we have the ultimate business beef, the Masters dispute. This is the one that launched 1,000 think pieces and fueled her entire mid-career pivot. The masters of her first 6 albums, the actual sound recordings, were owned by her former label, Big Machine Records. When Big Machine sold itself for a cool $300 million to talent manager Scooter Braun, Taylor famously claimed she learned about it as it was announced to the world, calling the deal her worst-case scenario. She declared Braun an incessant, manipulative bully and the whole thing a betrayal. Legally, Big Machine was within its rights to sell the assets it owned, but Taylor Swift is a different kind of legal threat. Her weapon? The copyright distinction between the composition, the song she wrote, which she owned, and the master recording, the album version, which Braun owned. Her genius retaliation, re-recording every single album as Taylor's version. This strategy created a brand new, legally distinct master recording that she owns, effectively devaluing the originals and allowing her to control licensing. It was a bold, highly expensive, and incredibly successful way to win a business war by turning it into a public spectacle. You just don't try to hold Taylor Swift's art hostage. Now let's dip our toes into the copyright pool, where the claims get truly ridiculous. In 2017, Taylor was sued by the songwriters who penned the 2001 3LW song Play Is Gon' Play. Their beef? The chorus of Shake It Off, the player's gonna play, 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 and the hater's gonna hate, 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 was in their view a direct infringement. The judge's initial response? The phrases were too banal and too much a part of the language of the urban youth to be copyrighted. In other words, you can't sue someone for using common slang. The judge basically said, sorry, but everyone already knew players play and haters hate. The case dragged on for years, even after that incredible legal smackdown, before the plaintiffs finally dismissed it with prejudice. It was a stunning demonstration that not every similarity in pop culture is a lawsuit. Sometimes the simplest things really are just that unoriginal. If Shake It Off was banal, the Florida poet Kimberly Marasco took things straight into the deep end of crazy. Ms. Marasco sued Taylor not once, but twice, claiming the star stole lyrics, metaphors, themes, and even the choreography for her now iconic chair dance. The judge, clearly frustrated by the theatrics, dismissed the claims as utterly baseless, ruling that common themes like love, tears, and desire are not the proper subject of copyright protection. The best part, the plaintiff claimed Taylor stole ideas for albums already released from a book the plaintiff published later. This requires Taylor to be a time traveler who steals poetry. The legal system had to be brought in to say no, a pop star cannot be successfully sued for dancing in a chair or for singing about feelings. From reclaiming her artistic legacy through strategic re-records to proving a powerful point with a single dollar, Taylor Swift's relationship with the law is as complex and heavily documented as her dating history. When you become the face of a corporate empire, every single choice, word, and even dance move is scrutinized by lawyers, former partners, and people claiming you stole their feelings. She doesn't just write songs about her life, she writes legal history. And as long as she keeps making moves, the courtroom will remain one of her most reliable stages.